Jesus wants you to have joy in your daily life, not just on the good days, not only when things are working out, not only when you feel strong, rested, and at peace. Jesus wants you to have joy even when life feels heavy, even when circumstances are not favorable, even when your heart is tired, your mind is full, and your day begins with pressure. That kind of joy is different from temporary happiness. It is deeper. It is stronger. It is not based only on what happens around you. It is based on what God is doing within you. Many people think joy comes after the problems are gone. They say, "I will be joyful when things get better. I will smile when life becomes easier. I will have peace when my prayers are answered." But Jesus teaches us something powerful. Joy can begin now. Joy can be present even before the breakthrough. Joy can live in your heart even while you are waiting. Joy can rise in your spirit even while life is still difficult. That is because the joy Jesus gives is not fragile. It is not controlled by bad news. It is not destroyed by disappointment. It is not canceled by a hard season. The joy of Jesus becomes strength for the soul. Every day has its challenges. Some people wake up already feeling the weight of life. There are bills to pay, responsibilities to carry, work to do, family concerns, emotional battles, silent struggles that nobody else sees. And sometimes, before the day even begins, the heart already feels tired. But this is why it matters so much how you start your morning. If you wake up and immediately give your mind to fear, stress, and negativity, the day will feel even harder. But if you wake up and choose joy, prayer, gratitude, and trust in Jesus, something changes inside of you. The problems may still be there. The responsibilities may still be waiting. The pressure may not disappear, but your spirit becomes stronger. Keeping joy from the moment you wake up can relieve the hardness of everyday life. It does not mean everything becomes easy. It means you are no longer carrying the day with a broken spirit. It means you are facing life with faith. It means you are choosing light instead of darkness. It means you are telling your soul, "No matter what happens today, I will not let bitterness control me." And that choice matters, because the way you carry your day affects everything. It affects your thoughts. It affects your words. It affects your reactions. It affects the way you treat people. It affects the peace inside your home. It affects how you handle problems. A joyful heart carries life differently. Jesus never promised a life without trouble, but he did show us a life filled with peace, purpose, love, and hope. He moved through a world filled with pain, sickness, rejection, and brokenness. And yet everywhere he went, he brought light. He lifted the discouraged. He comforted the hurting. He welcomed the rejected. He gave hope to those who were losing strength. And in the same way, when his joy lives in you, you begin to bring that same light to others. One simple way to live this joy every day is by smiling. A real smile may seem small, but it can have great power. A smile can brighten a room. A smile can calm tension. A smile can make someone feel seen. A smile can remind another person that kindness still exists in this world. Now, smiling does not mean pretending that life is perfect. It does not mean ignoring your pain. It does not mean hiding your struggles. It means refusing to let sadness become your identity. It means making space for hope. It means choosing not to give darkness the final word. Sometimes your smile is not just for others. Sometimes your smile is a reminder to your own heart that God is still with you. Another way to keep joy in daily life is by being helpful to people. There is something beautiful that happens when you stop focusing only on your own burden and begin to bless someone else. When you help others, your heart becomes lighter. When you encourage someone, your spirit is strengthened too. When you serve with love, joy begins to grow. Maybe it is helping a family member. Maybe it is listening to a friend. Maybe it is encouraging a coworker. Maybe it is offering patience to someone who is struggling. Maybe it is doing something good without expecting anything in return. These simple acts matter. They make you more like Christ, and they also bring meaning to life. Many people spend their lives chasing happiness through comfort, success, or recognition. But often, real joy is found in love, service, and kindness. Jesus showed us that a meaningful life is not built only on what we receive. It is also built on what we give. Kindness is another powerful way to live with joy. We live in a world where many people are impatient, cold, distracted, and emotionally exhausted. Because of that, kindness has become even more valuable. A kind word can heal. A gentle answer can calm conflict. Patience can protect a relationship. Respect can restore dignity. Mercy can stop bitterness from growing. Being kind does not make you weak. It makes you strong. It takes strength to stay soft in a hard world. It takes spiritual maturity to remain gentle when life is rough. And the truth is, kindness blesses both the person who receives it and the person who gives it. When you live with kindness, you protect your heart from becoming hard. You stop pain from turning into bitterness. You stop disappointment from becoming cruelty. You remain open to peace, and that peace leads to greater joy. Jesus also wants you to work on becoming a better person. This is such an important part of daily joy, because joy grows when you know you are not staying stuck. Joy grows when you know God is changing you. Joy grows when you can look at your life and say, I am healing. I am growing. I am learning. I am becoming better than I was before. Working on yourself is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming more loving, more patient, more disciplined, more humble, more peaceful, more faithful. Each day gives you another opportunity to improve your attitude, your habits, your thoughts, your words, and your character. You can learn to react with more wisdom. You can learn to speak with more grace. You can learn to forgive faster. You can learn to complain less and pray more. You can learn to control your emotions instead of letting your emotions control you. This kind of growth brings joy because it gives purpose to the struggle. Even painful seasons can produce something good in you. Even difficult days can teach you strength. Even delays can build patience. Even challenges can shape character. So never think your hard season is meaningless. Jesus can use even this season to make you better, stronger, and deeper. There will be days when joy does not come easily. There will be mornings when your heart feels heavy. There will be moments when smiling feels difficult. There will be seasons when life feels unfair and exhausting. But even then, joy is possible. Not because your pain is small, but because God is greater. You may cry and still have joy. You may feel weak and still have joy. You may be in a battle and still have joy. You may be waiting on answers and still have joy. Because joy is not the absence of struggle. It is the presence of God in the middle of struggle. That is what makes joy so powerful. It holds you together when life feels hard. It gives you endurance when you feel like quitting. It keeps your heart alive when disappointment tries to shut it down. It reminds you that this season is not the end of your story. Sometimes joy looks quiet. It is not always loud excitement. It is not always visible celebration. Sometimes joy is simply waking up and saying, "Thank you, Lord, for another day." Sometimes joy is taking a deep breath and trusting God again. Sometimes joy is choosing peace over panic. Sometimes joy is deciding to be kind when you could have been rude. Sometimes joy is continuing to do good even when nobody notices. This kind of joy is beautiful. This kind of joy is holy. This kind of joy changes daily life. When you choose joy in the morning, you are shaping the atmosphere of your whole day. You are deciding what spirit will guide you. You are choosing faith over fear. You are choosing hope over negativity. You are choosing peace over frustration. You are choosing to walk with Jesus instead of being ruled by emotions. And maybe you will need to make that choice more than once a day. Maybe something will go wrong at noon. Maybe someone will test your patience. Maybe bad news will try to steal your peace. Maybe stress will return. And in that moment, you can choose joy again. You can pause. You can pray. You can breathe. You can remember that God is still with you. Joy is not only a feeling that appears when life is easy, it is also a decision to stay connected to God when life is hard. And this joy does not bless only you. It blesses everyone around you. A joyful person changes the atmosphere. A joyful person brings peace into tense places. A joyful person brings warmth into cold environments. A joyful person reminds others that goodness still exists. Your smile may lift someone. Your kindness may heal someone. Your patience may help someone keep going. Your words may encourage someone who is ready to give up. Never underestimate the power of the joy you carry. In a world filled with anxiety, anger, and discouragement, a person who lives with the joy of Jesus becomes a light, not because they have no problems, but because they have learned where true strength comes from. And that is the heart of this message. Jesus wants you to have joy in daily life. He wants you to wake up with hope. He wants you to carry peace in your spirit. He wants you to smile again. He wants you to be kind. He wants you to help others. He wants you to become a better version of yourself. He wants you to live with a heart that is alive, grateful, and full of light. Even when circumstances are not favorable, joy can still live in you. Even when life is hard, joy can still strengthen you. Even when the road is heavy, joy can still relieve the hardness of everyday life. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, do not begin the day by surrendering to heaviness. Begin with faith. Begin with gratitude. Begin with prayer. Begin with the decision to carry joy. Smile when you can. Help people when you can. Be kind whenever possible. Work on yourself every day. Trust Jesus in every season. And little by little, you will see something beautiful happen. Your life will become lighter. Your heart will become stronger. Your spirit will become healthier. And your daily walk will become more peaceful. Because the joy of Jesus does not only prepare you for heaven, it also helps you live on earth with strength, grace, and hope. And that joy can begin today.
choose to trust. I let go of the past, I rise from the dust. I deserve my joy, I deserve my space. I release the doubt, I move with grace. I walk in freedom, I grow each day. My soul is open, I find my way. I shine, I shine, I shine without fear. I shine, my light is clear. I shine, I shine, I shine without fear. I shine, my light is clear. I am strong and gentle, calm and bright. There is endless power in my light. I radiate gratitude, I radiate love. When I believe in myself, I rise above. I trust, I believe.